You are standing in an open field. No walls, no weapons except a sharpened stick and a handful of stones. Somewhere in the grass ahead of you, something is watching. It weighs 4 tons. It has been alive for 30 years and has killed everything that has ever tried to stop it. And you are about to walk toward it on purpose. This was not a story. This was Tuesday for ancient humans. The animals our ancestors hunted were not the ones we keep in zoos today. They were older, larger, and built for a world that had not yet learned to fear us. And the humans who hunted them had no backup, no guarantee, and no way of knowing if they would survive the next 10 minutes. The first animal on this list should not have been huntable at all. The woolly mammoth stood 4 meters tall at the shoulder and weighed up to 8 tons. Its tusks curved outward like battering rams. A single kick from its back leg could shatter every bone in a human chest. And yet, fossil evidence from sites in Ukraine, Siberia, and across North America shows unmistakable signs that humans hunted them systematically. Not just occasionally, regularly. How? They used the landscape itself as a weapon. Ancient hunters would drive mammoths toward cliffs, into bogs, into deep snow, where the animal's enormous weight became a liability instead of an advantage. They read the terrain, they coordinated in groups, and they were patient. Sometimes a hunt lasted days. The mammoth did not die because humans were stronger. It died because humans were smarter, and because being smarter in a world that size required a level of courage that is genuinely difficult to imagine from where we sit today. The second animal was smaller but arguably more dangerous. The cave lion was 30% larger than any lion alive today. It had no fear of humans because it had never needed to develop one. It was the apex predator of Europe and Asia for hundreds of thousands of years before humans arrived. Cave paintings found at Chauvet in France show these animals in remarkable detail, which tells us ancient humans observed them closely enough to render them from memory. Observing a cave lion closely enough to paint it from memory is not a casual activity. Evidence suggests early humans competed directly with cave lions for the same caves, the same prey, and the same territory. Bones of cave lions found at ancient human campsites show cut marks made by stone tools. They were not just avoiding these animals, they were killing and eating them. The third animal sits in a different category entirely. The short-faced bear stood 2 meters tall at the shoulder when on all fours. When it rose on its hind legs, it reached over 3.5 meters. It could run at 60 kilometers per hour. It was not a scavenger. It was an active hunter, and ancient humans moving across the Americas encountered it at the exact moment they were most vulnerable, arriving in an unfamiliar continent with no knowledge of the terrain and no understanding of what was hunting them back. Fossil sites suggest that early Americans and short-faced bears occupied the same spaces for thousands of years. There are no cave paintings of this animal, no artistic records at all. Some researchers believe this is because the people who encountered it most directly did not survive to record what they saw. These animals are gone now. Every one of them. And the uncomfortable question buried inside the extinction is how much of it was us. The evidence increasingly suggests the answer is most of it. Ancient humans were not passive survivors scraping through a dangerous world. They were coordinated, relentless, and devastatingly effective at removing the largest animals that had ever lived. The world did not get safer because nature calmed down. It got safer because the most dangerous thing in it learned to use its brain. If that kind of deep history is what you're here for, subscribe and hit the bell. We cover the questions that don't make it into textbooks. New video every week.